In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a print-on-demand business that makes thousands of dollars per month using Etsy and Printify, and the best part is you can start with $0. And if you've been dying to start an Etsy store but you don't feel like you're creative enough, or maybe you're just overthinking everything, I'm going to give you the solution that will completely solve that problem for you. In this video, you'll learn how to easily find winning products so you can choose the most successful designs without wasting your time. This will be a step-by-step guide on how to do product research quickly, checking for trademarks, creating designs, creating mockups, and setting up your Etsy store and linking it to Printify. So I'm going to do all of this live in this video and set up a brand new store from scratch so that you guys can follow along with me. All you need is a computer and a desire to change your current situation, and you'll be setting up your business by the end of this video. Print on demand is taking the internet by storm because it's one of the most profitable e-commerce businesses that you can possibly start with no money. By using a simple service like Printify, we can create listings with clothing designs for sale. Anytime someone makes a purchase from your Etsy store, Printify's print providers will print, pack, and ship your item straight to the customer for you. While the print provider is busy fulfilling orders, you can continue creating more designs that will further boost your profits. You can sell t-shirts, socks, mugs, wall art, phone cases, and way more, all without touching any inventory. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on t-shirt and sweatshirt designs because these seem to be the products that are the easiest to sell. So product research really doesn't have to be as difficult or as intimidating as it might seem, and it really can only take you a few minutes. So if you type in t-shirt, we are looking at over 8 million listings. Some of you are probably like,
oh my God, that's too much competition. How am I ever gonna sell anything?
So let's just niche down a bit to nurse shirt. And as you can see, we have 212,000 results, still kind of high. Now, if we search custom nurse shirt, we get 10,000 results. The point that I'm trying to make is if you start with custom products on Etsy, then you are competing with a lot less people, and it's going to be way easier to rank organically higher in the search. Yes, it is a little bit more work sending your custom order over to Printify every time a customer makes a purchase from your Etsy store. However, it is a good place for beginners to see faster results. And you can always steer away from custom products once your store establishes more of a reputation and you're making more sales. And of course, you can also just start with basic t-shirt designs that are not custom. You can do what you think is best for you and what you're more likely to stay consistent with. So whenever it comes to t-shirt ideas, you really want to focus on what's popping up on the first page, because these are the top designs that are ranking organically. Always ignore the first row because these are just ads. I do want to stress that it is important not to just outright copy someone else's design and put it on your own shirt. We are just taking inspiration from top selling products and we are going to make our own version. Okay, so this product here is selling extremely well. And by using a simple tool like Everbee, then we can see exactly how much revenue that this is bringing in and how many shirts are selling per month. I think tools like this are crucial because it gives you exact numbers, and that is something that helps you make more of an educated decision when you choose to start selling a particular item. So although we had 10,000 listings, a really hot item that is selling right now on Etsy, or a really hot trend, is this retro font and style. So there are only a few custom products with this style in this niche. So we are going to make something similar. So after reading the reviews, the only low ratings that they received are those who felt that the logo on the front of the shirt was too large. So we can easily improve that. And I'm thinking we use a similar phrase, but I'm going to slightly tweak it and make it our own. And I do have a different design idea for the front of the shirt. So our competitor says on the back of the shirt that it's a beautiful day to save lives. So I'm going to change mine to what a beautiful day to save lives. Before you take any quote and just stick it on a shirt, you have to make sure that that quote is actually not trademarked. So you can check this for free by going to tmsearch.uspto.gov, and I have the link in the description for you guys. This is free to use. So you're going to click on basic word mark search, and make sure you click this bubble here that says live. And then I just want you to type in the phrase that you want to use on your shirt. So we'll type in what a beautiful day to save lives. And if you get this no TESS records found as a result, then this means that your phrase is not trademarked and you're cleared to proceed. So now we need to design our shirt. So there are a few ways that you can go about getting this wavy text effect. I use Adobe Illustrator, but you can use something that's free like Photopea. But I personally just don't like how the wavy design comes out with that software. So I'll show you how to do it in Adobe Illustrator. All right, so once you get your text typed out, you'll just go to Object here at the top and then click on Envelope Distort and then click Make with Warp. And here you can adjust how much of that wave effect that you want. Once you have a design that you're happy with, you're going to save this as a PNG. So here's the design that I made for the back of the shirt, and here is the design that I made for the front. Now that we have our design created, we need to make mock-ups for the design. I think the mock-up is the most important part of the listing next to your title. This is going to give the customer an exact idea of what this actually looks like on a shirt or sweatshirt. And this is where the customer develops that emotional attachment to your product. So the best way that I've found to use mock-ups is just getting them from Etsy. So all you need to do is find the exact shirt that you're going to be selling. And to find the exact shirt that you're going to be selling, you actually want to get on Printify first and look at their clothing catalog. So as you can see, the Gildan 1800 is a top seller under sweatshirts. This is also the same sweatshirt that our competitor is selling, and people were quick to compliment the quality of the sweatshirt in the reviews. So head back over to Etsy and search Gildan 18,000 mockup and find the ones that look the best to you. When you're picking out mockups, just a few tips here. The first thing that you want to make sure is that there aren't too many wrinkles on the mockup or the model's shirt, because when you're putting your text over that mockup, if the shirt is too wrinkled, then it really doesn't look as realistic. You also want to make sure that the color of the shirt in your mockup is as close as possible to the actual product that you'll be designing, so that you don't get any customer complaints that your product didn't actually look like the photos. Once you have your mockups picked out, go ahead and purchase them and download them, and then head over to Canva and upload your mockups. Now I'll also upload the PNG files that I made earlier and drag it over to the shirt. It's important that your placement is as close as possible to the actual print file. So if your model is leaning to the left or the right, then you can just tilt the text slightly to make it look more realistic. In some cases, it is a good idea to bring down the transparency of the text to make it look more realistic as well. This will completely depend on the colors that you're actually using in your shirt and the font. So here's how mine came out, and I really think that they look pretty good. So once your mockup is complete, then it's time to head over to Printify to upload your designs. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that your Etsy store is linked to Printify. So when you're logged into your Printify account, click on Connect Your Store and then Add New Store. Click on Etsy and log into your Etsy account from here. And then you want to scroll to the bottom and click Grant Access. Now go back to the top of Printify and click on Catalog and go down to sweatshirts. So you're going to see two prices when you click on a product. So you have your standard shirt price, which is if you're using the free version of Printify. And then if you upgrade to the premium for $29.99 per month, then it's going to give you the discounted price on every item that you sell. Honestly, I think it's kind of a no-brainer to go ahead and sign up for the premium account with Printify, because it makes your shirts less expensive, which is going to increase your profit as long as you're selling enough products, of course. So I definitely think that you guys should consider signing up for that. And if you do, I've got a link for you in the description below so you can get started after this video. After you select the sweatshirt or shirt that you want, Printify is going to give you a list of suppliers for that product. So it's important to know that not all print providers are the same. Although the shirt or sweatshirt is the exact same material, no matter what print provider you choose, production time, printing quality, the shipping time, and the color selection will vary from provider to provider. So in my experience, the best providers are Monster Digital and SwiftPod. I personally go with SwiftPod most of the time because they have more color selections, such as the sand color, which is a very hot trending colorway on Etsy right now. So the print providers also have different print area options. As you can see, these print providers print on the front and back of the shirt only. And if you want some text that's actually printed on the sleeve of the shirt, then you'll have to find a provider that offers that. And it looks like Fulfill Engine is the only one offering print on the sleeve for this sweatshirt. Once you pick a print provider, you'll click Start Designing. Here you can upload your design, and if you're selling custom products like I am, then you will have to upload this design every time a customer places a new order. As I mentioned earlier, this is more work and can really keep you busy once your store starts to take off. I'll make another video with more detail on exactly how to handle custom products, so make sure that you guys subscribe, because I will be dropping that video later this week. So now we need to add the colors that you want to offer your customers, so you'll click Variants. And for this example, I'm just going to select sand, click on this size tab here, and you can select the different size options that you want for your store. Make sure that you keep your design within the dotted line. And then when you're done with your placement, you can click Preview here at the top to see what it looks like, and it gives you some other mock-up examples. And if you're satisfied with the mock-up, then go ahead and click Save Product. The title is the most important part of your listing aside from the mock-ups, because this is actually how your customers are going to find your product. All of the SEO, or search engine optimization, is tied to your title. What you can do is just take a look at similar selling products to see what keywords that they've used in their title. So here for my shirt, I'm going to use custom nurse, what a beautiful day to save lives shirt, nurse gift, personalized nurse shirt, registered nurse shirt, and custom nurse gift. The title can only be 140 characters long, so I recommend using as many characters as you possibly can in your title. Next, we'll move on to the description. In your description, I would include the product details and sizing, shipping and production time, how to care for your product, let them know how to reach you if they have any questions, and add a link to your shop where they can see other designs that you've made. Once you do this, we're going to go ahead and set prices for your shirts. So I would set the prices on the 2XL and 3XL a little higher because they do cost more. Here, it's asking about the product visibility in your store. Make sure you check Hide in Store, and it will automatically save it as a draft in your Etsy store. This just gives you that chance to make any final edits before your listing is active. Next, you'll choose the variant visibility. I would choose this option here that marks your item sold out if the print provider no longer has that size and color in stock. If you choose this first option, Etsy will allow the customer to still place the order even though the print provider is sold out of that color and size. This means that you have to find another print provider to fulfill that order with that size and color. And if you can't find another provider with that size and color in stock, that means you actually have to cancel the order and refund your customer, which only results in a bad customer experience and possibly a negative review for your store. So it's definitely not worth it going through the hassle only to possibly disappoint someone. So I would go ahead and make sure that that is turned off. So then save this as a draft, and now we have to set the shipping profiles. So you actually need to go back to your Etsy store for this and go to Shop Manager Settings and select Shipping Settings, and then click Create Profile. For shipping prices, I do enter this manually, and then country of origin, United States. The origin zip code is the zip code of your print provider. So for me, I'm using SwiftPod, and the zip code for them is 95131. If you don't know your print provider's zip code, you can go ahead and just look it up on Google or get with Etsy support in the chat, and they can go ahead and give that information to you. Processing time is how long that it takes for the print providers to fulfill the order. So here I do place a custom range. An average is about 2 to 7 days. That's what I go with. It's not likely to take more than 2 to 5 days, but this just gives you some wiggle room just in case the provider has any possible delays. And then shipping in the US only is what I go with, and then USPS first class mail. So when it comes to the shipping costs, you can have your actual customers pay shipping, but you have to think about it from a buyer's perspective and just put yourself in their shoes. When you go to make a purchase, how does free shipping sound? How does it actually sway your decision to make that purchase versus going with another store? So I would definitely offer free shipping. That's what I do. And Etsy has been very vocal about the fact that they actually rank stores that have free shipping higher. So I only ship in the US, so I will delete this and then name the shipping profile. So now we need to jump back over to Printify and then select the shipping profile that we just created in Etsy. If you do this properly, it's likely that you're going to sell a lot of the same sweatshirt with dozens of different designs. So to make your life a lot easier, I recommend creating a template out of this listing that we just made. So just click over here and hit duplicate. Take this design off that we put in earlier and just type in template. And then you can see all of your description information and shipping settings are saved so that you don't have to recreate all of this every time you sell, and then just save it as a draft. So we are almost done, but there are a few more things that we need to do to finalize this listing. So go back to Etsy and click on your listing draft. So we need to delete all the images that Printify loaded into our listing because those are their mockups and we want to replace them with the mockups that we made earlier. When you're looking at an Etsy listing and you're looking at the photos, oftentimes you're going to see these little cards that give you the shipping and processing time of the products as well as sizing information. And even though that information is in the description of your listing, a lot of people actually don't even look at that. So it's a good idea to go ahead and place that in the product photos so that people are more likely to see it. And you can easily make those in Canva. Once your images are imported, go ahead and click on adjust thumbnail and zoom in on the product and center it so it's more likely to grab the customer's attention. And it also eliminates any background distractions that your mockups might have. So next to about this listing, we're gonna go ahead and select another company or person and then a finished product and made to order. And if your shirt is tied to a holiday or an occasion, make sure you complete this section because it does make it easier for Etsy to rank your product. So you have to select a production partner here. So we will add in Printify's information. I unchecked this here because I don't feel like it's important for your buyers to actually know who the production partner is. So in the descriptive title, this is what will show in place of Printify's name. So I'll just put in the print shop. Printify is located in Miami, Florida. So we'll put Florida, and they do require a brief description. So I'll leave this posted in the description and you can just copy and paste it if you'd like. So under about your partnership, just select the first option here and then choose I design everything myself, then choose they do everything for me and click save. You only have to fill this out one time. Anytime you use Printify again, just check this box here. So you're not going to have a section on your very first product on Etsy, but as the number of listings grows, then that means that you will start to put things in specific sections. So for this example, it's a nurse shirt. So I will have a nurse section and all of my nurse related products will go in the nurse section. Then you want to add your tags. I see a lot of people do different things with the tags. You can just use your title in there, break it up into the tags, or you can also use Everbee, which we were using earlier for our product research, and you can look at your competitors' listings and you can actually just see all of their tags and use those as well. Under returns and exchanges, I select apply. That way they can just message me and reach out to me with any questions or concerns that they might have about the product, but I do not accept returns, especially on custom products. And once this is complete, you have officially launched your first listing. If you made it this far into the video and you found any value from this, please make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more ways on how to make money online outside of a traditional 9-to-5. Don't forget to use the links in the description below to check out Everbee and Printify so that you can launch your store today. And also check out this video here on 5 digital products that you can sell using AI tools on Etsy, and I'll see you over there.